out there and welcome to Peter's online tutor. Today we shall be looking at physics. Now there is a jam question on the board. Okay, I have a diagram. I have four forces: 3 √3 Newton, 10 Newton which is inclined at 30 degree, and then 3 Newton, 6 Newton which is inclined at what 60 what degree. So I'm asked to find the resultant of the four forces. So how do I start this? Okay, let us go. Now, before I start solving this question, I want us to take note of something quickly. If you look at your graph, okay, your graph, you have a plus y here, and then you have your minus y, and then there is a plus x, and there is a what? Minus what? X, okay? Now, you will discover something here. If you are resolving questions like this, okay, now of course you're going to resolve them horizontally and vertically. Please take note. If you are resolving horizontally like this, okay, any slanty line like this, something like this with a force, okay, will be resolved along the positive what axis, okay, or positive what x axis, okay, still horizontally. Now, if you have forces along this particular direction, they will be resolved what along the negative what x-axis. Okay. Now, also, if you are resolving vertically, okay, like this, they will be resolved along the positive what y-axis. All right, and then like this also, they will resolve along the negative what y-axis. Please don't forget, very very important. All right. Now, from here, apart from this, now if you are also resolving horizontally, please take note. If you are resolving what horizontally, all right, it's going to be what cos what cos theta. That's the cos of the angle. Okay, how do I mean? If you watch something like this, okay, you have something like this, and then here is what angle 90. Okay, and then here is what theta. If I have here as f, and here is f y, and here is what fx. Okay, so if I'm to solve this, for instance, using what my SOHCAHTOA, all right, here is the opposite, here is the hypotenuse, and here is the what the adjacent. Okay, now if I'm to find the horizontal what component, it's going to be what adjacent hypotenuse. So it becomes cos theta is equals to adjacent, which is fx, over what hypotenuse, which is what f. Okay, so now when I cross multiply, I'm having fx equals f cos theta. So please don't forget. Okay, and then if I'm to resolve vertically, it becomes what opposite hypotenuse. So it becomes sine theta equals opposite is fy, then my hypotenuse is what is f. So when I cross multiply, I'm having fy equals f sine theta. So please don't forget. So if I'm resolving what vertically, I'm going to be using what sine, and then horizontally, I'll be using what cos. Now let us solve the question together. All right. So let's start with the horizontal component, horizontal component. Okay. Now for the horizontal components, please take note. Now 3 √3 is vertical. I won't be touching it because I want to start with what horizontal components. Now the slanting forces like this, talking about the 10 Newton and the 6 Newton, are both resolved vertically and horizontally. Is that clear? So I'm going to be starting with what 10 cos 30. So f x, okay, horizontal components will be what 10 cos 30 degree. Okay, now this is what 3 Newton is also what horizontal plus 3. Is that clear? Now take note of this, okay, based on what I just explained here. All right, so I'm resolving what horizontally now. All right, this is along this direction, so that means I'll be resolving it horizontally along the negative what x-axis. All right, so it's going to be minus 6 cos 60 degree. Is that clear? All right, so it becomes fx equals 10 times cos 30 is what? Cos 30 is √3 over what? Over 2 plus 3 minus 6 times cos 60 is what? 1 over 2. All right, so 2 here 1, 2 here is 5, 2 here 1, 2 here is 3. So I'm having 5 root 3 plus 3 minus what? Minus 3. 3 times 1. So 3 cancels what? 3. My Fx is what? 5 root 3 Newton. Is that clear? Good. Now, let me now resolve what vertically. Okay, let me find what the vertical component. So the vertical component now, vertical component, all right, um, will be Fy equals, take note, 3 root 3 is vertical. So I'm going to be having 3 root 3. Okay. Now, like I said, this one is resolved both vertically and horizontally. So I'll be having what? Plus 10, okay, sine 30 degree. Okay. It's going to be plus because it's along this direction. Okay. So remember I said if it's along this direction, you resolve it along the positive what? Y-axis. Okay. Now, then I'll come back here. It's along this particular direction. So it's going to be minus 6 sine 60 degree. Okay. So because this now vertically, okay, is having what? A negative what? Sign. All right. So from here, I'm having Fy equals 3 root 3 plus 10 times sine 30 is what? 1 over 2 minus 6 times sine 60 is what? Sine 60 is root 3 over what? Over 2. All right. 2 here 1, 2 here is 5. 2 into is 1, 2 here is 3. So I'm having my Fy to be equal to 3 root 3 plus 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times root 3 is 3 root 3. That clear? Good. So 3 root 3 minus 3 root 3 goes off. So my answer is what? 5 meters. Is that clear? So at the end of the day, let us get our resultant. So our F now is equal to square root of what? Fx all squared. Okay? Plus what? Fy all squared. Is that clear? Good. So this is equal to my Fx, okay, is 5 root 3. So I'm having 5 root 3 all squared plus my Fy is 5. So I'm having what? 5 all squared. And that gives us what? Now, take note, 5 root 3 all squared. The square here affects 5. So 5 squared is what? Is 25. Okay? Times root 3 all squared. That is root 3 times root 3. That will give us what? 3. Okay? Plus 5 all squared is 25. Is that understood? Good. Now, from here, what we have? Okay? That will be 75 times 3 will give, sorry, 25 times 3, I beg your pardon, will give us what? 75 plus what? Plus 25. And that is equals to what? Root 100. Okay? Now, what is the square root of 100? The square root of 100 is 10. 10 Newton. So our answer